Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, let's have some crafty fun today. Stay tuned. So the photos on Instagram just keep growing and growing and growing. Every day someone new joins the group and is posting wonderful, wonderful projects to Instagram under Posh Paper Lady Inspired. And guys, that's a good thing because we should be sharing all of this wonderful goodness with the social media world. So if you have not posted your projects, but you want to, go out to Instagram, search Posh Paper Lady Inspired, and then use hashtag Posh Paper Lady Inspired, and your awesome project will show up with everyone else's. So what did y'all think of that fun way to laminate without a laminator? I loved it, and I am hooked. I have been thinking of so many different ways that I can use those chopping mats to create some awesome, awesome projects. And that's what we should be doing. We should be looking at ordinary things that we see every day and thinking about how can I incorporate them into my crafting. Well, I am going to bring in today's project and show you another fun way that we can incorporate those chopping sheets and turn them into lamination so that we can create some awesome items to coordinate our desk. And y'all know I used this paper a while back. Everyone fell in love with it. I will have the name of the paper linked in the description box below. You will need to do your own internet search for this paper, but I will have the name linked below. But here's what I did. I decided that I would create this awesome clipboard because I just love it. And then I made a mouse pad, and it works. I tried it with my mouse, and I didn't have any problems getting my mouse to track the way that it normally would. And this is just an awesome way to coordinate that home office that so many of you are working from now, or you have children who are working from home now, or friends, other family members. What an awesome way to just customize something for them so that they can have a well-groomed desk. And then I had some scraps. So I thought, you know, what can I do with this scrap piece? Didn't want to throw it out. So I just turned it into a little bookmark. And I think that it is just so stinking cute. So we're going to make these in just a few minutes. But I wanted to show you guys a couple of project shares really, really quick. So when I introduced those cutting mats on this project, I introduced them with these two projects here. And then I decided I wanted to turn this into a set. So I made another one, and I made it a set of 3. And it's just as beautiful as the first 2 that I made. And then I thought, okay, if I make this as beautiful as it is, I should make some type of a holder for this to go in. So I did create this awesome holder, and I used the chopping mat on the outside. So that's what this holder is made of. And then I placed my 3 books on the inside. I have not done a video on this, and I don't know if you guys want a tutorial on this, but if you do, let me know and I'll show you how we can make this awesome holder for 3 notebooks. And then I took another one of the chopping mats and I created this awesome dry erase board. And this is just so sweet. And the beauty of it is, it actually is a dry erase board. Now, one thing I will tell you is when I went to erase, after I erased, I did have a very light impression of what I drew, but then I sacrificed one of my precious Clorox wipes to clean this. And once I cleaned it and I started writing on it again, I didn't have any problems with any impressions being left, and whatever was there before was picked up by that Clorox wipe. So dry erase board, here we come. And then recently I showed you guys a scarecrow project that I made using the chalkboard and turning it into a message center. And I had it propped up with the chalkboard at an angle, and I created a little easel for the back, and I propped up my chalkboard. Well, I did something different on these two. I have them fully standing, and I turned this one into a message center, and I also attached a 2021 calendar. So you can hang this, or you can add magnets to the back and stick it to the refrigerator. So cute. And then I just took another one of the chalkboards and I simply added it to this and didn't prop it up in a seating position. I have it actually standing. So again, you can place magnets on the back or you can hang it. This is a great way to leave a quick note for family or anyone who might be coming to your home to ring that doorbell and you don't want them at your house. You can just put a message that now it's not a good time, or whatever it is you want to say to let people know that you're not accepting any visitors right now. But it's just an awesome way of communicating a very quick message. And I know a couple of you left me questions asking why I didn't use the hands on this. Well, these little guys don't have hands. The larger ones that I used last year, they did have arms and hands. These little guys, for some reason, they don't have hands. They just have that little piece that is actually like a harvest or a welcome sign. But I thought that I would share those with you guys so that you could see some of the terrific and awesome ways that we can use some of our projects and just get many, many more uses out of them. So for today's project, guys, I am going to use this awesome sheet. And I will leave the name of this sheet in the description box as well. But the first thing that I'm going to make is I am going to make the mouse pad. So what we need to make our mouse pad is a piece of the chopping mat, and the mat size is 9 by 8. I have already placed adhesive on the back of this, and I am just going to peel away my adhesive backer. Then I have decided that I want to capture this lady here because I just love the sass. So I'm going to place that down just like that. Then I'll use my paper towel because I really want to get that stuck. And then I am going to just cut out around this piece with my finger blade. And I think this is just going to make such a smart looking mouse pad. And you know what else, guys? If you have pictures of your grandchildren or a favorite family photo, just mount it. The possibilities of personalizing these are absolutely only limited by your imagination. So then I am just going to use my big old spatula to go over this, and I'll get that stuck. Now, one thing you'll notice is this is very shiny because when I placed my adhesive on, I placed it on the wrong side, but I am not going to let that stop me from completing this awesome project. So now that we have this project done, we are going to take a coordinating piece of chipboard measuring 8 by 9, and then I have my backer sheet for the chipboard, which measures 9.5 by 10.5, and I have it already on my liner sheet, so I'm just going to pull away my paper from the liner. And then I'm just going to place down this piece right here. Then I'll take this, and I just went over that with my big old spatula to make sure that I had everything stuck down. So now I'm just going to come back and miter my ends Very quick project, but it just makes such a statement. And like I said, pull out those family photos and create some really personal mouse pads. So now I'm going to fold over my edges just like this, and I'll use my big old spatula to get everything nice and stuck. And then when I place this down, I am going to place it down on this side, because when I flip it over, then my back will be done. So I could run this through my sticker maker, but instead I'm just going to lay down some strips of tape from end to end on this, and then we'll get to put it down. All right, guys, so I have my tape all over the back. And again, when you place it down, you want to make sure that you're placing it on the side that has the exposed chipboard. So all I'm going to do at this point, and I'll try to get this exact because these are exact measurements. So I am just matching it up down at the bottom. Then I'll lay it down. I'll use my big old spatula to get the first stick going. Then I will go on the back and get that stuck. And just like that, we have a custom mouse pad for our desk. So I'll just move that out of the way, and we are going to make the clipboard. So to make the clipboard, we need a piece of chipboard that measures 6 by 9. Then we need a piece of chopping mat that measures 6 by 9 with some type of adhesive on the back. You can run it through a sticker maker if you have one, or you can spray with adhesive spray, but just don't oversaturate it. So I am going to remove my backer sheet. I am going to bring those ladies back in. So this time I am going to capture this beautiful lady right here, and I'm going to have to smooth out from the back on this, but I am going to cut it out first. And I'm cutting it out on all 4 sides so that I can have my project ready to mount to my chipboard. So now I'm going to take this, and I am just going to use my hand to just come in, smooth everything out. Then I'll use my big old spatula to really get that stuck. And now we have our clipboard face. And one thing that you'll notice is I have more of a milky look on this. And the reason for that is because I laid my adhesive on the wrong side. I should have laid my adhesive on the shiny side with the matte side up, but I didn't. When I put it through my machine, I had it going the wrong way. But you know what? We don't let those little things stop us from completing our projects. So now I have my liner piece for this, and the liner piece measures 8 by 11. So I am just going to remove it from my backer sheet. Then I'll take my chipboard that measures 6 by 9, and I am simply going to place that down. I'll flip this over. And then I'll do the same thing I did before. I'm just going to stand it up. And the reason why I'm not going around the edges with my stylus is that I know this paper will not crack. If you think your paper is going to crack, just run your stylus along the edges. So now I'm going to just come in and miter my edges. On all 4 sides. So now I'll stand this up, fold these over, just like I did on the mouse pad, I'll use my big old spatula to get everything nice and stuck. And then I'll be able to take this beautiful lady and put her down just like that. But before I do, I am going to add tape to the back, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so I have my tape on the back, and I am going to do the same thing that I did with the mouse pad. So I am going to line it up starting at the bottom, and I'll place it down from end to end. And then I can add my clip, and we have yet another awesome clipboard to go with our mat. And we have yet another awesome project to go with our mouse pad. Now, one thing that you can do, and I did it on the first set, is I wanted my corners rounded. So I just took my scissors and rounded them. If you happen to have a corner chomper that will go through chipboard, then you might want to use that as well. I do have one of those, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is to round your corners. Now, when you make yours, make sure that when you apply your adhesive, you're applying the adhesive to the shiny side, because you want the matte side to be the top. And you can see the difference in these. You've got that extreme glare, and then you've got that matte. And with the matte, you actually get a better look. And I know with the matte that there were no problems with my mouse pad. So guys, when you make these projects, you are going to have some scrap. So I have this piece of scrap, and I am simply going to trim it down to 2.5 by 5. And then, because I already have my adhesive on the back, it's just a matter of peeling off the back of this. And then it's just a matter of deciding what it is I want on the bookmark. So I think what I'm going to do is just offset this like that. And I'm going to trim this out. Don't y'all think that that is so sweet? I love how it looks with not the whole thing on, but just a little bit. So then, guys, I'm going to take some of my leftover scrap paper, and I am simply going to take my pretty lady here, place her down, and I'll use my spatula to get that stuck. We'll trim her out, because we need to get rid of that excess paper. And this time I am going to use my scissors just to round all of these edges to give it more of a bookmark feel. And you can leave yours squared if you want, but I'm just doing a slight rounding. And then I'm going to bring in my Crocodile Big Bite, and on my 1/8 setting, I am simply going to place a hole at the top. And then I have these little charms. I am just going to take a couple of little charms, because y'all know I don't make danglies, and I am just going to stick that through just like that. I think I'll add 2. So now we have this sweet little bookmark to go with our mouse pad and our clipboard. So we are able to personalize how we want our desk to look. And like I said, you're only limited by your imagination. So there we have it, and I am going to bring in my beautiful girls and their beautiful hairstyles so that y'all can see all of this awesome goodness that we're also able to make with the Dollar Tree chopping mat, or you can probably find similar mats at Target, Walmart, any store like that. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project, and I hope that it has inspired you to create something similar. And if you have liked this project, please hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys, have a great day. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.